Hey guys, welcome back. I'm currently really struggling with a very harsh inner critic, okay? The voices in my head that are telling me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not performing at my best, that I'm not on top of my game, okay? These voices are very, very harsh, very judgmental. And it makes me feel very disconnected. I don't feel at home in my body. I feel uncomfortable most of the time, anxious, chaotic, and it's not a good place to be. And we all have an inner critic, and for some people, for some of us, this inner critic is way more harsh than for others. Okay, it's sometimes like an inner tyrant, almost like a dictator, constantly telling you how bad you are, what of a bad person you are, how worthless you are. Okay, these voices in your head, they're very, very negative, okay? And I want to share with you a small exercise, a way to shift your perspective to help you become aware of how you're treating yourself and why it's not making you feel better, okay? Because by focusing on the negative within yourself, by judging yourself, by punishing yourself for not being at your best currently, you only perpetuate the problem. You only make things worse. Okay? So the exercise that I like to do for myself whenever I feel like I am really not kind towards myself is to imagine my best friend being in the situation that I'm in right now, okay? My best friend perhaps procrastinating on a project, or my best friend not bringing their best self to the table, or my best friend being tired and lazy and unable to, perform the way they usually perform. What is your gut reaction? What is your initial reaction if you see a friend who usually performs very well, but who is right now currently struggling? What is your first reaction? Compassion, right? You would try to understand, hey, what's going on? Are you tired? Do you need support? Do you need, kindness, love, attention? What do you need? Let me help you, okay? And you would probably tell them that they're not a bad person for not being able to perform at their best right now. You would probably advise them to take some rest, to relax, to recharge. You would show your best friend compassion, okay? Imagine if you would say the same things like you're telling yourself when you're underperforming. They would probably not even want to be your friend anymore, okay? Imagine yourself saying these things to your best friend, or imagine your best friend saying these things to you. Then it becomes a very interesting thing, because now somebody else is judging you, and that is causing our egos to flare up, and we would want to defend ourselves. But when we are telling these things to ourselves, then for some reason it's something that we accept, that we digest. We don't fight against it, okay? We don't speak up against our inner dictators, right? And that is causing a lot of pain and suffering, all right? So try to meet yourself with a little bit more compassion. And it's absolutely something that I need to do myself. I need to meet myself with more compassion more often, because I am very harsh, okay, very harsh. And one of the main reasons why we are so harsh towards ourselves is because we want to protect ourselves from the disappointment of others judging us, of others being unkind to us. Because if we reject ourselves first, then it's less painful to feel rejected by others, okay? This is a big source of the utility of perfectionism. We try to be perfect. We can't be perfect, so we reject ourselves beforehand, before others can actually reject us, because the pain of other people rejecting us is so much more painful than if we already reject ourselves first, okay? So by being harsh to ourselves, it's a form of a protection mechanism. It's a way to protect ourselves from getting hurt by others in a way, okay? Now, what we often forget, or what I definitely often forget, is that it's backwards. It works the other way around, okay? Because when we judge ourselves, when we are negative, we also reject others in a way. Subconsciously, we're also rejecting other people. It's so interconnected, so closely related. The way we treat ourselves, we will also probably be treating other people. Okay? So treat yourself with kindness and compassion. Okay? Try to look at things from the perspective of supporting your best friend. Can you support yourself as your best friend? Would you want to be your own friend if you would judge, would you want to be surrounded by someone who is judging you the way you judge yourself? Would you want to be friends with that person? Think about that. Because if you wouldn't, then how can you feel at home in your body? How can you feel at home within yourself if you're treating yourself like this? All right? So you can start small. You can start very, very small. If you feel like you're underperforming, call it out. Okay? You can mention it. Hey, I can see that you're underperforming. What's wrong? Ask yourself this question. What's wrong? Why are you currently unable to perform at your best level? Is there something off? Do you need some rest? Do you need to treat yourself with a little bit more kindness? Probably that is the case. And the more you show yourself compassion, the more you will be able to step into the kindness and the loving energy that then will express itself towards others. And it will be an upward spiral, okay? Because you can feel it when a person is really negative, when a person is really self-centered, when a person is really, dragging themselves down. You can feel it. Okay, I met with a friend not too long ago, and I could feel his negative energy. Okay, he was really hitting himself over the head a lot, and you can feel it. Okay, and it calls for compassion and attention. And I asked him what's wrong, and he shared what he has been going through, and he went through a very painful separation with a girl that he fell painfully hard in love with. And so it's a way for him to channel the pain. Just hit yourself over the head, because the fact that he got rejected is too painful, so he tries to reject himself, and it's something that I do very often as well. All right, so just to remind you that being harsh and identifying with your inner critic is most likely not going to bring you what you're looking for. Okay, and it's not only a reminder to you, but a reminder to myself to show a little bit more compassion instead of judging harshly. Because kindness, love, and compassion, that is what's going to heal. Okay, pain begets pain, but you can never solve pain. You can never solve hate with more pain and more hate, with more judgment. Okay, it's love and kindness and compassion that is going to heal us. All right, so take a moment to be kind to yourself and learn to understand what you need. What is it that you need? Why are you being so harsh towards yourself? What is it that you need? Try to figure out what it is, and then work towards giving that to yourself, because you deserve to receive what you need. You really do. So be a little bit more kind towards yourself and show some more compassion. All right? Thank you for being here with me. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.